Good morning, Grass Elementary.
This is Jackson Willits.
And Taylor Gall with your Bulldog broadcast.
Today is Friday, January 20th.
Today is day 3 of our special subject schedule.
Happy birthday to
Ava DeCirio.
Kadeem Smith,
On Saturday, January 21st,
Royer Booth.
Jamie Malloy.
On Monday, January 23rd,
Evie DeCico.
We hope you all have a great birthday week.
The next Who Was History Bee competition is Wednesday, January 25th.
Monday, January 23rd is a school holiday for students, but teachers have in-service. Enjoy the 3-day weekend.
The Eagles are in the playoffs. If they win, we will have a Spirit Day on Tuesday, January 24th.
On Friday, we give shout-outs to students, teachers that go above and beyond. Let's go see Annabelle and Billy for our weekly shout-outs.
This is Gemma Ziegler.
And Billy Van Sant with your weekly shout-outs.
Annabelle is on vacation this week.
Shout out to Aisley for sitting with me at lunch. From Margot K.
Shout out to Tanner Dallas for helping a student in STEM to get their codes plugged in correctly.
Shout out to Destiny Williams, to Kyle Sugansky. Kyle helped out Miss Brooks when some of the students in class were being very loud.
Shout out to Logan Richardson in Mrs. Knowles' class for comforting a friend that was hurt at recess.
Shout out to Gavin Cohen in Miss Jones's class for cleaning up our classroom library.
Shout out to Daniel I in Mrs. Thompson's class for being helpful at recess.
Shout out to Miss Match for helping me locate the book I left on the bus. From Isabel Dougals in Miss Willett's class.
Shout out to Josie in Mrs. Jones' class for helping a classmate brainstorm ideas for writing.
Shout out to Brooks Wortley and Mrs. Johnson's PM kindergarten class for doing a great job putting the magnet in number order.
Shout out to Molly McAteer for helping Mrs. Jones' students organize the classroom iPads. Thank you for being so helpful.
Shout out to Layla Ackman in Miss Landis's class for always going out of her way to do something that is not her responsibility, but doing it anyway to be helpful.
Shout out to Will Gopold in Mrs. Jones's class for helping a friend who wasn't feeling well.
Shout out to Kaylee N in Miss Gentile's class for always cleaning up after everyone without being asked. Thanks, Kaylee.
Shout out to Caden Altamir in Mrs. Gentile's class for helping out his brother at parent drop-off.
Shout out to Miss Landis and Miss Connolly for giving up their time to help out with the History Bee.
Shout out to Jason Wright for trying his best every day.
Shout out to Summer Tuller Carter for having a great couple weeks here at Grass.
Shout out to Adeline Miller for always being so kind to her classmates.
Great job, students. Remember, you can send a shout out to everyone who's going above and beyond. Just let your teacher know.
Back to our main studio.
Great job, students.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of the Bulldog Podcast. We show
our best cares behavior in the classroom, in the bistro, on the playground, on the bus, and at home.
Let us do our part to make this a careless kind of day. A Bulldog always cares.
Have a great Cares Day, Grass Elementary, because at JM Grass, we
Imagine greatness.